I know there's a fight coming up that I am not looking forward to. I didn't enjoy it the first time, and I'm not going to enjoy it on hard mode. And here we are, this is it. This is going to take a couple attempts. Okay, that made that easy. Good morning. Welcome to the Ryan Beardy live stream. Today is Saturday, November 6th, and we're going to go over the gaming news, which there's a lot of this time, which I'm excited about. I missed last week streaming, so we'll go over... Intentionally missed last week. I think I enjoy doing this at the pace of every other week. I'll stream Saturday and Sunday. It's been working really well with my schedule, though I'd like to stream a little bit more. I got a puppy I need to worry about now, but that's been going really well. I'm going to be still working on the Returnal video. That is going to be... I expect to be done in December sometime, because the way it's going, I'm currently writing the script for it, and while I have a lot of it done, I still need to do everything past that point, like video editing, double checking my work, all that kind of thing. And the videos keep getting longer and longer, which is great for me. I like the finished product. It means I have like so much to talk about. But I've been slowing down because I'm trying to find the right games to make a video on. When I was first starting out, it was just kind of like a self boot camp for me, where I was just... Every week I wrote a script for something that I had played. And, you know, you can see down here that these are like 4-minute, 5-minute, 6-minute. So it was just kind of me getting familiar with everything. As soon as I got past that phase, I just took my time, tried to learn one new thing every time, and go from there. And now I feel like I'm in a really good place where I can just pick and choose what I want to make a video on, because I want to make sure that I'm not playing games because I'm like... Because of YouTube, you know, like I want to play games for fun, and of course, when I started streaming, it was just to have like a consistent time to sit down and stream games, which has been really helpful because, you know, you get busy as an adult. But Returnal's the plan for that. We can go into the gaming news, and then after that, I'm going to be playing through more Metroid Dread, and we're getting close to the end on hard mode. I think it'll be another... I'd say like another 2 streams is a good estimate for how long it'll take to finish Metroid Dread. And I'm not sure what I want to get into after that. I do have my list that I haven't been... I mean, you can see games that I've finished. Returnal, Hades, they both took a while. Sunset Overdrive. So I haven't been going too fast or anything, which again is fine. I like streaming at my own pace here. But I'll figure out what I want to stream afterwards. I was thinking Alien Isolation at one point, which I just learned has DLC. I had that same problem playing through, Is there... Can I go, like, right on the PlayStation website? I had that problem with Sunset Overdrive. The DLC was cool, but... I wish at some point there was a definitive edition of Sunset Overdrive, and that's being teased. A port of it, or a sequel, or something. So I would love to see that, because the 2 DLC packs that were included were really enjoyable, but could be breezed through if you weren't trying to do everything in them. And I think they were directly connected to the main game's overworld, but they were physically, like, there was an invisible border between the two. So I think if they were to do some sort of definitive version and they could include those 2 areas more organically into the game, then that would be pretty cool. But enough about Sunset Overdrive. Let's browse this real quick before I go into the gaming news. Corporate Lockdown is a level. Why is it? Alright, let's try this. Let's go in order. Welcome to Corporate Lockdown, first expansion pack. All new maps for survival mode. So is this not related to any kind of single player campaign? What's up, Chuck? Before I do the gaming news, I was curious. I just recently found out there was DLC in Alien Isolation. So this looks like a single player. Survivor bonus content? The word bonus content. Like maybe it was like pre-order bonus or something. Anyways, I've got time before I look into it, but I do want to play this game. There's Season Pass. I haven't. I got on the topic because of, I was trying to figure out what game I wanted to stream after Metroid Dread. And I think I'm going to be done within like 2 more play sessions is what I'm going to guess. I don't know if I'm going to do this yet, but we'll see. I usually decide very last minute what I'm going to play. Alright, that's good for now. We'll look into it later. They're all pretty expensive too. $8, $8, like that's gonna add up. It's a full game right there. Alright, let's do the gaming news. So first thing is, I need that for myself. Not working. Okay. First thing I was really excited about is Returnal got a new patch, and it included a feature that people have been asking for, including myself, for a really long time. Returnal, you could never save the game and pick up and play it at a different point. And the like every attempt of this game takes about like 3 hours on average. So it was my take on it, and I'm absolutely going to talk about this process of like what it was when it came out and what it is after this 2.0 patch when I do my YouTube video. But the way that I see it is, you know, the developer is the one making the game. If you don't want to include certain features, if that's your vision for the game, then that's absolutely fine. Like, I respect that. But that doesn't mean that it's not able to be criticized. And while it does put a focus on the game's difficulty in order to like play through it in one sitting and, you know, not have a way to save it, I think that inherently makes the game less accessible to like more players, because not a lot of people have time to sit down and play a game for at least 3 hours at a time, like once you really get into the rhythm of the game. And the only solution around this was to put your PlayStation into sleep mode. And that's certainly like has a similar result, but I don't think it's the same as like being able to suspend your save and pick it up at another time. Because, you know, not that it's realistically common, but your PlayStation could shut off, your power could trip for a second, you know, things happen. So I like that they finally added a suspend feature, because it doesn't actually affect the gameplay in any way. You will press start, you'll hit suspend cycle, and it'll boot you out of the game. And once you resume cycle, it just deletes it before you even get back into the game. So it doesn't affect the structure of the game at all, but it makes the game more accessible for people wanting to pick up and play this game. So that's awesome. Like, good for them. The other thing shown off here right now is the photo mode, which a lot of games these days are including, and I think it's a really cool I'm assuming it's not very difficult to include a photo mode. There's a lot of games, like, I think Assassin's Creed does it. I know the Spider-Man games do it. I don't know if God of War did, but it's a really neat, like, some people are really into photography or like just sharing content. Like if you enjoy a game and you want to share it with other people, like photo mode's a really creative way to do that. It doesn't hurt the game to include it, and it just makes it more appealing for everyone, I guess. So that's cool. I'm really excited about this, and I'm glad it happened before I made my video on it, because Super Mario Sunshine, when I played the Mario 3D All-Stars, it was a week later. When the game released, there wasn't any kind of camera control options, and a week later they patched that in. So already like a week after release, my video was outdated just by that little bit. But I even picked Returnal up and played it a weekend ago just to like have it fresh in my mind again, and it's still fun. It's probably going to be one of my games of the year. I want to spend maybe a stream or a video just showing all the games that I've played this year and talk about them, you know, rank them and stuff like that. I don't know how many I've played that have come out this year, but I can find out. I won't show that. I can't show the links to that, but it's on my Twitch page. I can do it that way. I got links to the lists of games that I played, and then there's another separate link for like editing these lists. So I did Deltarune Chapter 2, Metroid Dread, Tales of Arise. That's already pretty good. Axiom Verge 2, that's pretty good. 2020. I played a lot of stuff 2021. It'd be fun to do a list of all the games that I played this year. And then this is stuff that I've done on stream, which is Returnal, Hades. Just Returnal and Hades. Did I not ever put Sunset Overdrive on here? That would be games finished on stream. Sunset Overdrive 2021. Cadence of Hyrule. Okay, so did I just not update this list? I'll have to correct that. Yeah, yeah, I'll fix it. I gotta ask my friend again when he's done. I'm waiting on that. As soon as I get that, I'll set the new background. I'll show this too just for a second in case there's anything that I missed. You can see suspend cycle, pause the cycle and resume your run later. Photo mode. This update also includes numerous bug fixes and quality of life improvements, which they don't go into detail. This is the official website for Housemarque. But that's another thing I could talk about real quick, is just when the game released it released in a state that crashed a lot. So not only was there no way to save the game, but the game would frequently crash. So over the time since, I guess it's been a year, was it like, it came out April 30th. So within like 6 months, within like 6 months, they've been putting a lot of work into this game post-launch, and I'm glad. It definitely makes it a better product and a more lasting product. Something I'm interested in, I found this out. Via Michael Kelly, goes by Garode, his music title, and he did the music for Valhalla, Yuppie Psycho. I think those are the only game soundtracks. And then he does some stuff not under that name. But I've become a really big fan of Garode's music. He's very inspired by Shoji Meguro. And so when I saw this tweet, like, Shoji Meguro is no longer with ATLUS and will be freelancing, wish him all the best in the new journey. The sound team Shoji Meguro is going freelance, which is very surprising. Like, Shoji Meguro has been making music for ATLUS for a very long time. He's responsible for Persona 3, 4, 5. He did the remake soundtrack for Persona 1. He has credits in SMT3 Nocturne. He's got credits in Digital Devil Saga. Is it Digital? Yeah. This might be easier if I just... But he's one of my favorite... Not one of, he is my favorite video game composer. So I'm actually really excited to see him move on and do stuff not just for ATLUS titles. Because you can see here a lot of it is Persona, Maken X, Digital Devil Saga, Trauma Center, Persona. That's just... That's fine, that's all it is, but if he's freelance, he'll be able to not only make music on his own, but make music for... If he's still making video game music, it'll be in different contexts to like brand new titles that he's never made music for before. So I'm really excited, and I hope that this results in some music from him that not only continues to be great, but is inspired by different things. So I'm really excited to see that he's now under freelance, and he left ATLUS with a positive interaction, So I'll read his statement. This is from Loru, I think is how you say. It's just translated from his official message. I know this is quite sudden, but I, Shoji Meguro, resigned from ATLUS Co. at the end of September 2021. I've been creating role-playing games by myself during my spare time for the past 5 years now. I didn't know that. And I applied for Round 1 Kodansha Game Creators Lab recruitment and was selected as one of the finalists. Then staff from Kodansha was assigned to work with me. I decided to leave ATLUS and focus on my dream of developing indie games. However, I will continue to maintain a good relationship with ATLUS while focusing on my own indie game development. I will continue to work with ATLUS on game music, so I hope those of you who were concerned about the sudden announcement will feel relieved. Lastly, I would like to thank ATLUS Co. and my family for accompanying me. I would also like to thank Kodansha for giving me a chance to take on the challenge. I hope you will enjoy the music of Shoji Meguro as well as the games I'm currently working on. That is so cool. I never read this fully, so I'm really happy to see that he'll still be doing some work for ATLUS, that he's developing indie games, and then he already has contact with another studio to, work on that. That's awesome. I'm like super happy for him. Maybe I should listen to the Trauma Center under the Knife OST now? Yeah, I've never played any of those games, and I've always wanted to. So knowing that Meguro does the soundtrack for it is all the more incentive. And then I have one more article here, just kind of saying the same thing. Let me browse it real quick, because I think it does just say the same thing. So Meguro joined ATLUS in 1995 and almost single-handedly formed a sound for the Mega 10 series as a whole. The franchise doesn't just include the Persona series, but the SMT series as a whole. In fact, Meguro had a hand in over 20 games in the Mega 10 universe, making his career much more than a Persona franchise that became so popularized. And it's saying that he's working with Kodansha Game Creators Lab. Let's look them up. Let's go a bit deeper. They don't have a website? Or maybe they have a Japanese website. Probably that. I don't know what this studio is. Maybe I'll have to look into it. In this message, Meguro confirmed he will maintain a healthy relationship with ATLUS and continue to record music for the company. It reminds me of Sakurai. Sakurai left Nintendo. I want to say it's been at least 10 years now. I think the first freelance thing he did was Kid Icarus Uprising. But he keeps getting contracted by Nintendo that, like, some people still think that he's a Nintendo employee. You have a wiki page. I can find this info. Japanese video game director, designer. Because Sora is Sora Limited. Okay, so he left Nintendo in 2005, I assume. Oh, he left in 2003. Started Sora Limited in 2005. And since 2005, he's been contracted to work on games. Let's see. So he left in 2003. Kirby Air Ride. So all of these games, I believe he was contracted to work on. Which, you know, mostly are Nintendo games. I'm curious to go into more detail of what Sakurai's done outside of Nintendo. Because I thought there was a longer list. But, yeah, it's cool. I'm excited to see what Meguro does from here on out. I will absolutely be playing his game. And since the last stream, the PlayStation State of Play happened. I tried to find just like a flat announcement list, because there wasn't too much here I was interested in. So I'm probably just going to skim quickly through this. Do we have just like a ending screen for this so I can look up what it is? Death first, let it die. Okay. Gung Ho and Super Trick Games. I've never heard of the Super Trick Games. Projects? Oh, I've heard of Let It Die. What's in Let It Die? Didn't it have, like, the No More Heroes guy with it? What's up, Big B? How are you? Oh, Let It Die. Grasshopper. Isn't Grasshopper No More Heroes? Yeah, okay. This is how I heard of Let It Die. I downloaded it, but I never played it. It was a free-to-play Dark Souls-y roguelike game. It was interesting. Oh, good timing. I saw all of your posts like right when I was about to go live, so you haven't missed anything yet. Developer Super Trick Games and Grasshopper Manufacturer. And this is Gung Ho. Maybe I should be looking... Oh, that's just publisher. So while this game does not look interesting to me at all, it looks like another battle royale with, like, of heroes in it. I mean, cool concept, I suppose, but can't say I'm too interested in it. It's all stuff I saw at work but forgot to add. Yeah, just in time though. This was interesting. This reminded me of Sayonara Wild Hearts. So while I'm curious to see, like, I don't know if I would buy this game and play it, but I really like the concept alone. There's Sayonara Wild Hearts was this really cool example of taking a music album. It was a video game, it was a visual album, it was a, music album. It was this really unique blend of music and video games, and while I haven't played it myself, I really want to. And this seems like another interesting project where I suppose these are like I don't know if this is like a fake band. There's so much I don't know about this game. I assume it's like a fictional band using like the actual band members and like telling a story with their EP in the different chapters of this. So I think it's a cool idea. It's just this taking these mediums and like making something new out of it, I think is a cool idea. Because I assume their album hasn't been premiered and will be premiering with this game, kind of like how Sayonara Wild Hearts music is tied to the gameplay, and it like wasn't its own thing first. So I thought this was interesting. Bugsnax is getting a big update. I have Bugsnax. I got the physical that came out not too long ago. I think it came out last month, and now it's getting a big free update. I was planning on streaming this, so the update runs in January, I think. Early 2022. So, I mean, I'm glad that I hadn't played it yet so that I can play it with this new content. And I think it's something I want to stream eventually, so you can look out for the Bugsnax stream next year. Of course I got Bugsnax, why wouldn't I? It looks like a fun game. It reminds me of like Pokemon Snap. From what I've heard, you gotta do different, almost puzzle-like requirements in order to find these Bugsnax. So I want to try it and I want to play it. I would love to stream it. This is Five Nights at Freddy's. I can't say I'm interested in this. I mean, I love the vibe of like the 80s, I don't know what you call this style, but the neon lights and all that. So like the environments in this game look cool, but I'm not interested in it, so I don't have much to say. I saw the Completionist played through this game, so I think this announcement is just that it's being ported to PlayStation. Let me see the final card. Because I thought this game was out. Death's Door, PS4, and PS5. So I'm... Viva Pinata. Oh, I want to play Viva Pinata. I got the rare replay, and one of the reasons I did was to play that. Death's Door... Release date? So it came out originally in July 20th, 2021. So that's all I think it is. Maybe it was like a timed exclusive. It came out first for Microsoft Windows, Xbox One, Xbox Series X. And it's getting a Switch, PS4, PS5 release in November. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I saw the Completionist video on this, and it looks like simple fun. I wouldn't mind trying it one day. Might be like Hades, where this is the actual release and the PC was the beta version. Yeah, the Wikipedia page said it was released on Xbox and Windows first, and the Completionist reviewed it, and I don't think he does full videos on stuff that's early access. So it should be safe to say that it just had like limited, a limited, what do you call it, a timed exclusive. This I don't have any interest in. I watched it. I think the only cool thing it has going for it is that it's free to play. So, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just another kart racer. Next. I'll at least show the title card at the end. $2022. Okay. Not interesting, but interesting, I guess. This is cool. This was a beta for King of Fighters. Or is this the release date? Let's see. King of Fighters release date. Yeah, that does give me some Mega Man vibes. What's the point of having... Alright, you want to rant? I'm hovering over this timestamp and it shows the Mega Man character, the budget Mega Man character. I click it and I get a black screen. So, like, what's the point of showing me that? Yeah, there you go. Looks like Mega Man and Bomberman, like, fused together. So King of Fighters release date is projected to be February 17th. So I think this is also for a beta. Let's sit through it for a sec. I don't think I've seen that character on the right. I can't say... I absolutely want to try it, but it's a fighting game series I've never played. I don't know how mechanically sound these are. I know they've had mixed results. It was 14 that was taken by a different company, and then people liked 13. So I know a little bit about it, but not too much to comment. I'm not the biggest fan of the art style. It looks really clean, but I don't know. I like the facial animations too. The characters have really good expressions. So there's things I like about it. I'm fine being an extremely picky person when it comes to fighting games because there's so many of them. So this is what I was looking for. Open beta test is November 19th, 20th. Okay. Depends the mode, but it kind of like a mix of Street Fighter and Marvel vs. Capcom. I like Marvel vs. Capcom. I was never into Street Fighter. But it looks interesting. Again, I'm acknowledging that I'm just being like a picky person. There's nothing inherently that looks wrong with this game. I like the color too. There's some really deep colors in it. I feel like if you have a... I don't know if this game supports HDR or if it's like... I don't know if consoles... I guess consoles support HDR. It's not like the game supports it. Maybe it's both. They both have to. But if you have like an HDR TV and an HDR game, then that would probably look really good with all these deep colors. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for it. I also don't mind being a late adopter of fighting games. Like, I still haven't bought Street Fighter V. I think the final character has come out for Street Fighter V, so if they do like an Ultimate Edition, then I'll probably buy that. Like, they'll release the Ultimate Edition, and then it'll go on sale like a couple months later, and then I'll pick it up. So I'm a late adopter for a lot of fighting games I'm not directly interested in. Just picked up Guilty Gear yesterday. Nice. I didn't like Guilty Gear as much as I thought I would. It feels really heavy to move around compared to some of the other anime fighters I like to play, like Persona Arena, BlazBlue, Skullgirls. It just feels really hard to move around in Guilty Gear unless you like are familiar with it. This, let's skip to the title card. Oh. First Class Trouble. I watched this whole thing before. I'm just kind of skimming over it now. This is like a, I don't want to call it Among Us game. Like, there's a word for it now. Social detective, social deceit. Among Us genre. There's a term for it. I think it's like social deceit game or something. Social deduction. Social deduction is what we're gonna go with. But it's a social deduction game where you play with friends and, you know, one person's the bad guy. You got to figure out who it is. But it looks fun because I like when these games keep you busy. Like, I mean, they're all good examples. Like Among Us, there's like simple tasks you do and like the game makes you move around and stuff. So if you're already a fan of social deduction games, like the next one is fun because your friends are what make these experiences fun. So as long as the game is competent, like your friends are what make it fun. So while I am not interested in this myself. It's cool. It's just, it's hard to mess these things up. You know, just give players the bare minimum and they make their fun with the rest. Yeah, the art style just reminds me of Clue 2. I get that. Oh, here we go. I'm glad you're here. This is, I get Phantasy Star and Star Ocean mixed up because they both have star in it. This is Star Ocean. I gotta say, I am not a fan of the character art style. I don't like it. But I know nothing about these games. You heard me talk about this before. What's up, BT? How have you been? Welcome. We're going over the gaming news, because I didn't talk about the PlayStation Direct since it happened, so we're going over it. And a couple other things, too. Characters look kind of... Yeah. And you can see they're doing an open world thing here. But to me, this just looks like a really early build of the game, where there's like... It just looks empty. It seems... I don't know how... I don't know what to compare this to, because I don't know the other games, but... I like this, like, jump in... and then, like, just start the battle this way. Like, that's cool. This is Star Ocean, the new Star Ocean that's coming out. So, again, I don't like the character art, and I think, like, these environments look like they have a start, but it looks like they need to polish up. It just looks like an early build. Like, when Pokemon Arceus was first revealed, that did not look good. And then the more recent trailers start to, you know, pull something together that looks more like a game. Tales of Arise is a good comparison to the older games. Okay. Yeah, Tales of Arise has gorgeous environments, and I think... So, like, the peak perfection, I think, of translating anime to 3D has been, like, Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball FighterZ. But obviously, the scope of a fighting game is a lot smaller than, like, a open world, huge JRPG. So... where was I going with that? So, like, obviously you're not going to be making a full-scale game with, like, a Guilty Gear art style, because it takes a lot of work to do. But I think Tales of Arise managed to, like, clean up the anime art style. Let me throw that on the screen so we can, like, do a comparison. I got distracted with the prospect of getting famous. Let's do a trailer. Like, this game, compared to Tales of Arise, it looks like they're going for gritty, like the 2010s style, like, environments, like the muddy look. Like, this just reminds me of, like, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, where that doesn't. That, maybe it's just this environment and the lighting in this environment, but it just looks muddy. But then you come to, like, Tales of Arise. And I love... Apparently they did mocap, which I didn't realize until I was looking at the credits for this game. But they did mocap acting, and I think it worked so hard in this game's favor. Like, everything is so expressive. The movements and the facial animations. And the colors are just really clean. Like, this is a desert. This is this. Let's see. Like, this and this, you can see, like, the browns pop in Tales of Arise. And then here, everything just looks so dark and muddy. But I think, like, I don't know. I'm just comparing here, which isn't obviously great. But I think it's a preference thing, and I'm fine admitting that. Like, I think that looks a little better in my opinion too. There's, like, the hair looks like it's just sitting on top of the character model in both hers and that first character's. It just looks like his hair is sitting on top of his head. But I'll stop. I don't want to like nitpick like that. I would like to look into earlier Star Ocean games and see if it's something that I'd like to look into. So the series started to dip after Star Ocean 4. After the events of the third game, it kind of made stories of all the others feel like you did it for nothing. The combat of Star Ocean 4 is amazing. And you said it's similar to like Tales of Arise. So I don't know. This didn't sell me on it, but if there's more trailers, then I'll absolutely look into it. Even Tales of Arise's combat got a little boring to me after a while. But that's for my video that I eventually make. Coming at 2022. So again, it just looks early. I don't want to judge it too harshly because I don't know anything about the series. I don't know anything about that game. I watched through this. This looks really fun. It looks like just a role-playing game. Traveling through a town, like just being in different scenarios. It looks like a fun game to get lost in. The art style looks great. Let's see, what was it called? They spent a lot of time on it too. Little Devil? Little Devil Inside. Look into that. Little Devil Inside is developed by Neostream Interactive. They formed back in 1998, so what have you made? So they have a pre-alpha trailer on their website. I'm interested in this game. It looks fun. It looks simple and fun, and you know, play it at a slow pace and you'll get lost in it. Star Ocean 2 and 3 are considered the best in the series. Let's Can I find Star Ocean 2? This looks PS1. I could get down with this. I want to see battles, so I'm skipping around a bunch. PS1 got a PSP remake. Here we go. Oh no, so it was turn-based, and now it's like an action game? It looks pseudo turn-based. What would you... You told me to compare the new ones to Tales of Arise. What would you compare this to? This looks cool. I like the presentation of this. This is Star Ocean 3. Wow, this is jump into 3D. This is my era of games. I like the clunky, stuck in their ways gameplay that this... Like, the PS2 era got really comfortable in, like, its previous generations, like, gameplay, I guess. I don't know if that's too vague of a statement or not. It just, like, did the same thing, but made it look cleaner with, like, 3D visuals and stuff. So it was, like, not as much innovation in games that I've played in this era, but they make up for it with, like, interesting scenarios and stories and stuff. It was always action, like Tales, but on semi-auto. You move freely, and when you attack, you move up to the target. Okay. Yeah, this looks fun. I would be down to try this. I like the art style on this. I like those portraits. Like, this, to me, just on first glance, because, like, that's all that this is for me, because I am not familiar. This is way more interesting of a game looking at this than looking at the new game's trailer. So maybe I'll try Star Ocean 2 or 3 one day. I think that was the last thing. Little Devil Inside. Okay, yeah. That was the state of play. So some good stuff. Not really a whole lot there for me. Star Ocean 3, things you do matter depending on who you use and actions you take during the story affects who ends up joining you. That's cool. I gotta get to a lot of older stuff. As in, like, I'm gonna be playing, probably, I was trying to get to it this year, but I'm gonna do Chrono Trigger at the beginning of next year. Secret of Mana. I might want to also do Trials of Mana. Next on the list, Niantic and Nintendo launch Pikmin Bloom. Cookies, yeah, you can have my cookies. I can pull up the video for this. This is already out. So Pokemon Go released, how long has it been? It's been like, it's been at least 5 years. So Niantic is responsible for basically having the infrastructure, I guess, to like make games using real world stuff. I don't think there's, to my knowledge, there's no other company that has like the prospect of that. Because like their work needs to like update that kind of stuff. So Pokemon Go released in 2016. Pikmin Bloom. Niantic had a game before Pokemon Go that was a similar thing. Let me just go to Niantic's website. Trials of Mana remake's really good. It's above and beyond. The remake. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that the remake of Trials is a lot better than the remake of Secret. Let's go to Niantic Games. That's basically what Niantic specializes in. I forgot about the Harry Potter one. That ended up coming out. Ingress Prime came out. Then Pokemon Go came out. I guess Harry Potter did, and then Pikmin Bloom. So like all of their games center around real life location and real life movement. So it's just another one of these kind of games. And I mean, I don't know what I need to say about it. It's a mobile game, so I'm personally not interested in it. It looks fun. It looks like... I'm a fan of gamifying stuff, right? Like, if you're gonna gamify exercise with Pikmin, then more power to you, like, absolutely. But I can see, just by looking at how it's set up, it's gonna fall into the same trope of any other mobile game like this. Like, I played Pokemon Go for, I want to say at least 3 years. And I had fun with it, but the rewards and things you can do just got slower and slower and slower. And not only that, they updated the game with paid solutions to these problems. Like, I think there was like a special kind of incubator, there was special kind of bundles, there was special kind of other currencies and things like that. So maybe it'll be fun on launch. But, I don't know, these things kind of inevitably update. Even Animal Crossing Pocket Camp I played for a while, and that, they added so many, like, microtransactions into it. This looks fun, it looks interesting, I like gamifying exercise and getting outside, but I'm not going to play it. It's a cool idea, and the social elements too of like stamping where you've been with pictures and stuff. I like the idea. It looks simple and fun. But you can tell it's just going to get more and more tedious because that's what, you know, there's no ending in sight for these kind of games. don't know, I guess I'm too pessimistic. Another trailer for SMT5. It's getting a lot of promotion, which is great. Comes out in a week. I don't have too much to say. Other than the game continues to look great, I'm gonna continue to wait for it to come out day one. So, it comes out on the 12th. I thought it was the 11th. I remember looking up the release date. If you go to Google, it says the 11th. If you go to the wiki, okay, so Japan gets it a day early. That's weird that it's just a day. So we get it November 12th. I have to take my puppy to the vet in the morning, but after that, I'm just going to be playing SMT next weekend. Got my pre-order and paid for. Yep, me too. I ended up going with the standard steelbook. I said this to Chuck, I think, but this game borrows a lot of assets from Tokyo Mirage Session, and I can't unsee it because I actually played that game. Like, this health bar, this text and all that is straight from that. Those bubbles are too. This right here is straight out of Tokyo Mirage. Also, gaming news, Binding of Isaac Repentance came out 2 days ago. Did you put that in there already? Because I'll go over it. Put it in the gaming news. Yep. I hope it's good. It better be good. A lot of the reviews already came out for it. That's something I can talk about. People have already played it and like played it for a long period of time. They're already posting their reviews. Famously, I found out about the IGN review that like unironically just directly compared it to Persona 5 the whole time. So a lot of the other headlines that I saw, I didn't want to read any of the reviews. But a lot of the headlines I saw said that it's a good, faithful continuation of SMT. Both in tone and in gameplay. So, I mean, everything sounds good for me. They've been doing a lot of promotion. They have given a lot of, like, pre-release copies. A lot of these reviews that have already, full reviews that have already come out are positive. So, things are looking good. SMT4 is one of my top 5 games of all time, so I'm excited to be a fan during a time when a new game's coming out, because I didn't start playing my first SMT games until after Apocalypse came out, which I think was like 2015. Elden Ring, I didn't see this yet. I'll actually pause the Kirby music. I know this got delayed until next year, if I remember. Oh, this is 20 minutes. Kirby music's back. I love the concept of this. So, like, this is my first time seeing this. This is, it looks like a much grander scale open world game with the Dark Souls flavor to it. And I think this might hook me, man. Like, I'm never really got into a lot of the Souls games. This visually looks gorgeous. But I may give this a shot. If I don't give this a shot when it around when it comes out, then what I'll do instead is I'll play Sekiro or I'll play Bloodborne. I was waiting for a Bloodborne definitive edition for like modern consoles, and it's one of those things that a lot of people want, and I'm not even like a fan that wants it again. I want to play it for the first time, but play it as good as it can be. So it'll definitely encourage me to get into more of these games again. I played the first Dark Souls, I didn't like it. I played the third one and I just didn't get into it. So I'm down to, I'm down to keep trying, you know? If you don't like it the first time, you just try and play it again. I'll buy it on release if you don't, yeah. But I love this concept. I really want to see what they do with the open world aspect, because that's what's brand new here. I definitely won't buy this on release, but I'm gonna keep both ears open to see what people think about it when it's out. Because, like, I actually have no doubt that it's good. And look at this, dude. Like, not only is this a gorgeous landscape, but the previous area took place... Let's see. The previous area took place... Help me out here. I want to visualize. I want to show you what I'm talking about. That tree, I think is this right here. The tree, you're like pretty much right under this tree. And then you come back here. Oh, I guess there's more than one. I was going to say that tree is over here. So like just the scale of going from like that first area, walking over here. I love when you can see landmarks from farther away. Super Mario Sunshine does this really well, where no matter what area you're in, you can see all of the different areas like populate in the backgrounds. Ignoring the fact that I just watched Yako's video on open world. I haven't seen it yet. I can't wait. Oh, are these fast travels? The trees? And you can go to everything you see, yeah. Open world games are not my favorite genre, but they are getting better and better and better. As long as it's not a Ubisoft game, it's getting better and better. So, I mean, open world fans are eating well. So are Dark Souls fans. Yeah, I think they're going to do some really... I think this is going to turn out well. It looks amazing. Yeah, that horse was defying gravity. We can summon spirits to assist us. Oh my... Got an army over here. Yeah, I'm excited to see how they tweaked the gameplay to support an open world experience, because Dark Souls had really tight level design. And one of the things I didn't like about the first one was how that tight level design made for a lot of trial and error when progressing through the environments. So the fact that this is open means that they have to adjust things pretty greatly. So I really want to see what they do. And obviously the combat's going to be so good that people will want to approach these giant creatures and fight them. Like, that's one thing I don't complain about at all, is like how well the bosses are in Dark Souls, how good design they are. I like the environments, I like the lore, and I like the boss battles without any kind of criticism. So I know that like what's in Dark Souls is good. I just need to find it. Oh, maybe there's catacombs that are more like... Catacombs, caves, mines, and other dungeons can be found while exploring. This is probably going to be more traditionally like Dark Souls level design. That's cool. That's a good way to do it. This game's going to be great. I can tell just by looking at it. Are any of these elements multiplayer? Skip the dungeon part. Okay. You're gonna have to give me highlights, because you can tell I'm just clipping around this. So if there's anything that was announced in here that I don't coincidentally get to, like, tell me about it. Man, these environments look nice. Yeah, so... yeah, I'm wondering how co-op works in this open world. Ooh. That skeleton was just floating. That was the scariest one. I'm gonna be skipping more. I should have watched this on my own time. I didn't realize it was 20 minutes. Then I could give a good, just like, concentrated, this is what they showed off. Let me see. Maybe there's a website link for that. Elden Ring. This is the gameplay preview. I don't want a link saying that there's gonna be one. I want one telling me what was in it. Doesn't look like there's too much talking about gameplay as far as articles are concerned. Okay, including traversing a vast map on horseback, what appears to be random encounters, and an actual map interface. Viewers also get a look at multiple styles of gameplay, including hand-to-hand, sword and shield combat, magic, stealth, and the option to summon other players, and even AI-controlled companions. The player also visits what From Software is referring to as a legacy dungeon, called Stormvale Castle, a challenging area that will offer multiple paths to victory and great rewards. There's even a pop boy encounter. Video culminates to... okay, not there yet. Okay, so that was the gist of it. That's a cool design. I want to like this series. I just haven't gotten into it yet. Maybe one day. Yeah, that was awesome. Alright, we have Star Ocean Environment Showcase. Okay. I need some more perspective on this game, because I was really harsh to it a second ago. That looks vibrant. And I like the focus on, like, the space, too, in the sky. And the city looks cool. All of it looks good. It's just, I'm being really picky about it. This looks nice. That looks nice. That reminds me of one of the towns in Tales of Arise. Like, almost directly. And then this area is the one that I called Muddy. Yeah, it's not bad. It looks good. Let's do Marvel's Midnight Suns delayed, so Firaxis can add more story, cinematics, and polish. I know Bigby was excited about this. no longer be releasing March 2022. The game does not have a new release date at this time. I know this was like XCOM, but I don't remember who was developing it. Oh, yeah, right here. Oh, they did make XCOM? Civ. This is Civ, right? Civ 5. XCOM 2. Okay, that's reassuring. I don't... Maybe I knew that before and it didn't connect in my head, but that's probably going to make it, you know... Not only are they delaying it so they can make sure it's a good game, but it's the people who made XCOM 2. Now I understand why Big B's excited for this. We decided to share that we've made a very tough decision to move our launch window to the second half of 2022. We know many fans were looking forward to playing the game originally next spring, and this decision did not come lightly. We decided to push our launch because we need more time to make this the best game possible. These extra months will be used to add more story, cinematics, and overall polish, and will be essential in helping us make our vision a reality. Even XCOM 2, I believe, added a lot post-launch. I know it's one of those examples of, like, people complained a lot about how it was when it launched, and then they tweaked the game and it made it a much better product. So I'm glad that they're acknowledging, like, hey, we're working on this now. And then there's always the chance they'll fix it up better. That's why I said, like, even just connecting the dots that they made XCOM 2 definitely makes me feel better about this game. Sad they delayed it, at least to make it better, right? Exactly. Marvel's Midnight Suns is being developed by the strategy experts at Firaxis. Although the game is not quite like Marvel meets XCOM crossover the fans expected prior to its announcement, instead, Midnight Suns is a deck-building strategy game coming to PC, Xbox, PS, and Nintendo. Okay. This was a 3DS game, wasn't it? Rune Factory 4? Or is this a brand new title? So you gotta sell me on this. You gotta give me the elevator pitch, because I don't know a lot about Rune Factory. I may have watched a video detailing it in the past. It just looks like another deep cut. To my knowledge, it's like Harvest Moon and a JRPG, like, mixed together. 3DS game that got ported to Switch and now to everything else. Okay. Have they ported more than one of these games? Because I'm trying 3DS game to port it to Switch. Because I think I watched somebody who played through this on Switch. And so you're telling me this is just saying it's coming to PS4, Xbox, and PC. Okay. Pretty much Stardew Valley, but on drugs. Everything has stats, farming give you stats, dungeons. Okay. Yeah, I've heard about this game. I even recognize some of these character portraits. I don't know if I would ever play it. Oh, it's got some animation. Did those characters before have animation? They don't. But this person does? I guess they took static images and kind of moved them around. Okay. Weird. Yeah, I mean, I don't have too much to say, but I've seen this game before in the past. When was the... So it's already out on Switch. Was there anything specific to these ports, or is this just highlighting like previous features? Because it looks like everything in purple text is just telling me about the game. Not that there's new stuff specifically to this version. Okay, alright. Coming December 7th, so that's pretty soon. That's in a month. Fantasy action RPG Magnum Lord is coming to the West. Hack and slash action adventure with dating sim storytelling. Let's go. Who makes this? E3 publisher or Felistella? This reminds me of this. Starts with a D, doesn't it? Disgaea. Disgaea? Yeah, it reminds me of Disgaea art style, kind of. Let's check out gameplay. Give me gameplay. Give me gameplay. There we go. Thought it looked interesting. Oh, apparently it's already out in Japan. So there's probably people who have played it and can give you a good idea if it's worth your time or not. I've never heard of Felistella. Or any of this stuff. This is out of my wheelhouse, Big B. Coming to the West on Nintendo Switch and PS4 February 4th. What does this come with? Just an art book? That's it? That's it? I like the art. I'll say that. It's got a cool... I like if these are the protagonists, I guess. They had like Gurren Lagann type fits to them. I like it a lot. Okay, what is this? I can read some of that Japanese. Megaton something. What did you just send me, Big B? This last game looks like they mixed mech game with Monster Hunter. I like that character art style. Looks like the Gundam... There's a Gundam arcade game that's really popular in Japan, and they bring it over when they do conventions. That's what this reminds me of. It's by Level 5, the people who did Dark Cloud and Ni no Kuni. Oh. That's cool. What's the state of this? Is this a game that's out? Is it an arcade game? Help me out here. Nintendo eShop. I think it's out in Japan, but no word for the West yet. Okay. Interesting. Oh, that's cool. That's a really cool way to do the menus. Yeah, definitely. And lastly, The Binding of Isaac Repentance arrives on Nintendo Switch this week. Physical editions, let's pre-order now. I will do that. Alright, following on from the announcement of Binding of Isaac Repentance would be coming to multiple platforms, it's now been confirmed that the game will release in North America this week on the 4th of November. For existing players, Repentance will be available as DLC. There'll be a physical version available, sold exclusively from the publisher's online store. Alright, well, I'm gonna do that after the stream. Because I want to play this. Okay, so like the very first time The Binding of Isaac came out, it was a very, very, very long time ago. 2011. I was in high school. This is one of the times that I torrented a video game as a child who didn't have a lot of money. So it's finally time for me to pay my dues, go to this storefront, and pre-order The Binding of Isaac Repentance on Nintendo Switch. So I will do that, and I will make up for my past sins of not giving... what's the creator's name? McMillan, right? Edmund McMillan. It's time to give Edmund McMillan my money. So look out for that. Hypergun edition. What does that even mean? Yeah, I would love to really get into this game. It's a good stream game too. So look out for that. I want to do that in the future. That looks like it. So, thank you guys for sticking around for the gaming news. As always, if there's anything you want to take a look at, just join the Discord. I will put a link here, and there will be a link in the description when this goes up on YouTube. If you post things in here, I'll go over it on Saturdays. Where's the thumbs up? I think I skipped it. I'm gonna let everybody know that I looked at it. Actually, that's just for myself. I am not okay. Today's the first day that I got up, went outside, and I could see my own breath. And I have the heat on. Times are changing. I hate being cold, but I like wearing long sleeves, so... If there's ever like an alternate timeline where I can wear long sleeves and be comfortable in the summertime, then I do it. I think we just made it to one of the new areas. I know we released the axe. Storm missiles. Okay, yeah, I know where we are. I opened this door, which means I should head here. There's a little bit of wandering I gotta do, which is fine. I don't want to go back in the Emmy room. I want to head north, though. Oh, jeez, you're close. Ooh, I almost walked right into that. Still full health. I know there's a fight coming up that I am not looking forward to. I didn't enjoy it the first time, and I'm not going to enjoy it on hard mode. And here we are, this is it. This is going to take a couple attempts. No. Oh, oh. Gotta find out how these guys are gonna be moving around. Oh, okay. I think I can get this guy twice. Okay, awesome. I've learned after this first playthrough just how much damage the multi-missiles, storm missiles do. It's insane. Oh, I almost jumped right into that. Okay, that made that easy. And of course I'm going around collecting all these extra missiles. So I want to go here. Do you have anything to say, Adam? No, you don't. Quiet as always, not really the talker. Jeez, I didn't even realize. What do you have? Space jump. Nice. I think I agree. What do I have now? Aria. After that's the gravity. I think the gravity I kind of like less. The blue suit I like the most. I think this is my second favorite. I just don't like... I wish I could show it, but I don't have it yet. I might get it this stream. But there's green on the front of her suit. And the gravity suit... Ooh, I'm having trouble with this. The gravity suit makes that green go like all the way to like the bottom of her waist. And I think it looks a little goofy. Alright, I know where I need to go next. Let's see. I think I need to go down one more. Because there's like an underwater area that needs the space jump. I got the collector's edition with the art book, and that had a lot of different concept designs for her suit. And I like the one that they went with. There were some other cool ones, but they didn't look... The other ones that I liked didn't look drastically different from the one they went with. And then there's one that was like a hulking tank. I'm a little upset they didn't show the 2014 like canceled designs. Because that's how I found out about Metroid Dread first, was the 2014 Samus design that they didn't go with. How can I get here? I guess there's only one way to go. Oh, there's a teleporter I have to use to get in there. That's a space jump. Did I already... Yeah, I already got rid of that. Oh, this goes right to it. I need the cross bomb. I know that. I've learned that lesson before. Yeah, Barenia, I need to use the space jump for. So this pretty easily gets me where I need to go, just entering this area. I'll have to pull it up, because I'm trying to, like, show in detail how the game gets you around. Because we started out in Elden. No, we did not. We started out in Ferenia. So this is where I started. Alright, this is where I started. So like, I got the missiles from here. And then I was able to make my way out here. And then I look around, it's like, oh, this is the next thing that's blocked by that, right? Then I fought the two soldiers and left the area. Because again, this space jump lets me get out and go here. So we're here now. And then the only way to go is up through here, and then you see the space jump, and then you teleport. And now we're here. So the game, like, pretty clearly got me here without any kind of work I needed to put in. And without any kind of hand-holding. So I know if I come down here, I'll be able to use the space jump to get around. That's a shortcut for another time. I've already been up here, so I want to go down. I will take that. And now I just make my way back over there. Probably be collecting those. Oh, that's not enough. It's this one. Now we can go deeper and deeper. I should be getting the gravity suit soon. Ah! Oh wait, it worked! The enemies are really good at faking you out in this game. Can I charge and do that? Yeah, that's enough. But I can't get back up there. I think that's where I'm going anyway. One thing I find weird is she, like, faces the camera, asks if you want to save, then walks back, and then faces the camera again. Like, I wouldn't mind if she, like, faced the other way and it says, do you want to save? This just looks kind of goofy. Maybe it's just me. A little unnatural. The boss in this area is the one I hated the most too. Too many button inputs that I could get messed up. Oh, hello. I actually don't remember what the next boss fight that's coming up is. I'll probably know what oh, you know what? I know what it is. Maybe. I guess I'm in for another surprise. Alright, so what happened? I need to go down more. Spin attack. Screw attack, I mean. Oh, I know what I missed. I gotta go back that way. They decided to keep the really particular rhythm you need for the space jump, which I don't mind. It's something you can easily learn, but something that some people might not pick up very easily. Oh, I hate... Oh, it still worked. I hate this. And I get to fight him again. Not my first rodeo. I know about those guys. Some puzzle, huh? Some of these are just too easy to get. I think once I get the gravity suit, I've got plenty of upgrades to make hard mode not too bad. Because, like, there's a point that you cross in Metroid where you're just really overpowered, and that's, like, part of it. I like those creatures in the back. Now, there's something here. Super bomb, okay. I remember I was having a hard time with this item. There it is. When I was going for 100%, I didn't know what I needed in there. Come to me. Alright, but can I get some health around here? What? I guess it explodes. I was like purposely trying to stay within that. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen this room. Yeah, between the super bomb, the phase locator, the block locator, is that what it's called? Pulse radar. You're like pretty good just being able... Oh, and between like the map showing you highlighted areas and where you haven't been. The game makes it really fun and really easy to go for 100%. I don't think I didn't notice that one on the left, but I think it's too far. I need a wave beam. I love the sense of depth here too. It reminds me of like a little bit less of Hollow Knight. Like Hollow Knight's Abyss, there's the depths, which is like really deep, dark, and dangerous. Then there's an area below the depth, and then there's the Abyss. So like it just keeps going and keeps going. And I think they do it here to a lesser extent with all the like water. Yeah, I don't like how the green light on the front of her suit zigzags all the way to the bottom. I think that looks a little goofy. But it still looks fine. It's just, I think this is my least favorite suit. This opens up a lot. Alright, is that everything? I can start heading up. That went well.
Uploading data.
Uploading data.
EX have spread across the entire planet. Assume all living organisms have by now been replaced by X. There is another problem you may have noticed. The temperature of ZDR has started to fall. I cannot say for certain if the X are to blame, but the drop in temperature is indisputable. The gravity suit should...
It reminds me a lot more of the concept art, I think. The green just makes her look a little bit thinner, artistically. What's the point of having those breakaway blocks? Just to get my hopes up? Now it's going to be hard to find that Dread concept art. It's like Metroid Dread is a thing now, and there's an art book of concept art. I want to find that old 2014, this, Next Level Games. This right here was the 2014 like canceled concept for Metroid Dread. I think it was the DS version of the game. And it's such a cool design. It looks really different, but I like it. Ooh, got it. Not the direction I want to go in. I think this is another soldier. Yeah. Glad you can target him with the shield up. Okay, this is the one that fires the goop. Yeah, those missiles make these fights really short. Oh wait, I didn't... That's right, I fell down. I gotta see what's to the left. I think it's a dead end. I think... Ooh. Oh, these things. This is a cool enemy design. Like, you gotta just get out of the way after you kill them. Dead end? Kind of. What's up, Bubbles? How are you? The effect looks cool too. Yeah, I remember this being a dead end, and then we head to the right side and back to progress. And a free... Some of these are actually free. Some of them are just really easy, some of them are just free. I gotta watch my health. Okay, that can be broken. I never understood. I know what happens when I break this, but I never understood what it was for. Oh, you know what? I know what it's for. I think it's just to have enough space. Oh, hello. Ow. I think it's just to have enough space to come through here. And then I think you use it. Is there a reason? Yeah, I know. Like that. At first I thought that was a bad thing. Like I hated the fact that it wouldn't just autofill some of these spots. But then I realized if you're going for 100% completion, it can really help you out in like maybe in a situation like this. Where it's like, oh, there's definitely something more here, or you know, there's definitely something more here. It looks like these areas connect, things like that. Oh, not gonna make that same mistake twice. Guess I don't really need that for anything. Yeah, I don't know what the purpose of that room is for. Gotten that already. This one's frozen shut. Let me see what Pulse Radar says, because there's an item around here. This. Super Bomb. Okay, moving on. Well, if it's extra room to run, you'd think there'd be, like, a puzzle behind it. This guy is just slapping me around. But it doesn't actually unlock anything. It just looks like it's an entrance to something. Let me grab that too. Might as well. So that was frozen. I know this is the very first room. Maybe I want to head this way.
Uploading data.
I have determined the reason for the planet's rapid cooling. This area, Arteria, is located in the depths of the planet. Much of it will be frozen. Find a way to thaw any frozen door. The central control system you activated in Catarus is still operational. Return here after solving the problem. The cooling has prevented you from
Ooh, get out of the way. Now I can start just cleaning up on some of these earlier areas. This is glowing. What can I get here? Alright, so that was gotten. I want to head to Catarus. Am I going the wrong way? It's cool how the level design is so smart that, like, the first time you're in this area, they use the water to limit how high you can jump. And here, that same water is used again for being frozen so you can't get by. Like, they really thought ahead here. Alright, so that's frozen. Frozen. I grab that missile tank. I'll do it later. Alright, now we're out of that frozen wasteland. Picked up Bloodstained Ritual of the Night on Switch, and it runs better than on Xbox One? What? There was a lot of problems when I played it on PS4. It was... I don't think it was release day, but it was close to release. And... remember I was having problems with it chugging on the loading screen? Like, it was a flip of the coin whether or not it would take 5 whole minutes to load the game or not. So, like, a game over could have just wasted 5 minutes of my time. And I thought the Switch version was in rougher shape, but maybe that's just me assuming that something's running worse on Switch. I don't remember how it was on launch. But that's actually really awesome that it runs on Switch fine. Right, and they've been supporting it. They don't advertise it. Maybe I should, like, follow their Twitter or something, if they have one. Because I remember when I played it, they had this roadmap for all this free content they were going to add. But I never heard back in any way, like, if that stuff was out. I know they put the Zangetsu mode in. There was supposed to be a randomizer mode. I know that there was like a hidden 2D mode. Yeah, I'd be excited to revisit it with like new stuff to it, because I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Along with the Binding of Isaac pre-order. I gotta start keeping tabs. And then Bloodstained. There is a Bloodstained Ritual of the Night Twitter. I'll see if they like post updates or not. Oh, this was a cool fight. I remember this being challenging but fun. But I don't exactly remember where to be, so it might take me a couple tries. Yeah, okay. That's coming back to me. Oh! Oh, I forgot about the physical attack. This game's boss battles are really fun. I just wish there were more varied ones. Or even like a boss rush mode. There's so many, like, simple game modes that can extend the life that you can just add without adding any extra work. Alright, this is the efficient run now that I know what's up. Oh, man, I got hit. He's gonna do it a third time? And then he's gonna attack. I missed my chance. He's pretty fast. There we go. I did hear about the versus mode. I wonder what that's like. I'll say it, this battle gives me Other M vibes. There's a lot of action in the boss fights of Other M. What? I didn't even see what attack it was, so I don't know how to react to it next time. Oh no. Looks like January 14th was the last big update for Bloodstained. That's the pinned tweet that they have. Oh no, he finished where he started. Ow. Ooh. Excuse me? I'm out of missiles! I guess he does have more health. That went well. What did he hit me with? That's just one-shotting me. I'm doing this perfectly up until that point. Okay. Ooh. I'm just gonna not stand directly under him when he does that attack. Wait, I interrupted him. What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, I see it now. Before I didn't see, like, the hitbox. Go down. I can hold the R button and charge missiles, but I can't phase shift and charge shot. Ooh, okay. 1, 2, and then there's a 3. Should have gotten more missile packs. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we're getting better. This talks a little about it. Okay, let me check it out. Yeah, I remember a lot about the roadmap. I'll take a look at this. Thank you. I'm gonna make sure none of them ricochet and hit the wall. And make every missile count. Okay, now I know how to dodge this. Oh! Hope I don't need to do that attack in order to kill him. Yeah, I played Flappy Bird before. Man, that thing takes a lot of health. Please be done. Oh no. Maybe I should save my missiles for the second half? I don't know. Got so much health. I know in normal he definitely had less health than this. I got greedy. Oh, that gives me missiles. Okay. That's good. So I gotta be on top of that when I see that move come out. Two, and then there might be a 3. Oh. I didn't realize that his face had a hitbox! So then I stayed down. Okay. I didn't realize I was gonna get hit like that. And then this will give me more missiles, which is perfect. I thought storm missiles was efficient. But maybe ice missiles do more damage over time. I want to find out who the composer is to this game. I'll be honest, I don't like this game's soundtrack compared to other Metroid stuff. And the comparison's made right there. But it feels so... I don't know. I don't want to be mean. It doesn't... I don't like it. Keiji Yamamoto? He worked. Music director. I know it's somebody different. It's not the same person. Metroid Dread. Composer? I think the big Metroid person only directed. They didn't compose the music for Dread. Ice does more damage, I think, so better for enemies with more HP. Ow. That almost cost me my life. Ow, that almost cost me my life. Well, Storm does significant damage, but it must just burn through. I know it burns through missiles, but I don't know if it wastes it, you know? Somebody's got to run the numbers. Metroid composers. Keiji Yamamoto is the well-known one, but he was only music director. I don't know if that's the same as composer. I'm used to seeing that. This power beam. So there's... I want to go up this way, no? I went the wrong way? The sound design for those pipes are so satisfying. I thought I wanted to be up here. I mean, I guess I can go around the long way. Planet's temperature returned to normal. Why is that not open? Why is the only way open and it loops me back to where I came? That's still closed. So maybe the game's still trying to funnel me somewhere. There's two options here. Total recharge and save room, but they both end up going back here. Okay, but I can use the heat, so I think I want to be here. Let's do the total recharge. Ice missiles, higher damage, lower DPS, better ammo economy, need to aim. Storm missiles, lower damage, high DPS, worse ammo economy. Oh, I like that then. I like that storm missile's not like clearly overpowered. But that last fight, I got away with good missile management. Because like interacting with the boss a certain way gave me more missiles. Like if I countered his attacks, if I hit him when his arms were up on the walls. So there was a way for me to efficiently use, and of course there's like, whether or not you're going for all of the hidden missile expansions is another thing. Because you get benefited that way. Can I get that missile tank? Oh, of course I can. Okay, no damage from lava. I wasn't sure. It's very hard to find who composed Metroid games. I'll have to look into that on my own time. Oh, I guess Keiji Yamamoto's page goes into a little bit more detail if I just read it. I like lists. I was hoping for a list. Ooh. Let's go. Yeah, the game very carefully funneled me through this part of the game too, because like everything was frozen in the first area. Am I still here? Okay, I got teleported here. That's what happened. Like I came down here, everything was frozen. I saw that, but I couldn't get to it. So like I had to go back through the first area, go to Cataris. From here, and yeah, after beating the boss, it was the boss right here. So like I came here, I went down here, beat the boss, returned the temperature, and then now that I have the gravity suit, I can make it here, which teleported me back. And then I got Screw Attack. Now that I have Screw Attack, Of course, that's a falling one. Right, and these are marked, so I can just break that open. Does the game want me to go back up to Bernaria? Instant reward for having screw attack and exploring. Let's see. If I check Bernaria, that's screw attack right here, so I get another instant reward, and then I screw attack up here and continue the game. So another example of it keep sending me in the right place. If only these load screens were a little shorter, then it would be perfect. And I also have the gravity suit, so anything that's in the water is also going to be easier, so you get that like sense of power just from returning to this area.
Uploading data.
Well done, Samus. You have stopped the planet from cooling. In addition, you have gained the screw attack ability.
Yeah, don't mention it.
To access previously unreachable place, you are far more combat ready than when you first arrived.
I think I will stop here for today. It's a good place to stop. Thanks for watching the video. If you want to see more like it, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/RyanBeardy. Follow me on Twitter at RyanBeardy, and I have a Discord with the links below.